Welcome to YouTube Essentials and how to get your first 100 subscribers. And welcome to Honesty Podcast vlog number 15. What's up again, guys? It's Pat Voss, and this is vlog number 15, but it's also a YouTube Essentials tutorial. I am going to be doing YouTube Essentials throughout the weeks on different things about how to get different sub numbers, how to work different camera angles, how to make sure that you get your camera the way it needs to be, or your podcast and your microphone the way it needs to be to get your real voice out there. So guys, about a 3-minute tutorial here. First, 100 subs, couple different tips for you. Tip number one. Tip number one is know your niche. Know your niche. What is your niche? What is your main passion? What is it that you're going to be talking about? And what kind of subscribers or followers does that entail? What subscribers or followers? Like for me, I do a sports podcast. Here's a prime example. I do a sports podcast. My niche is sports podcasting or sports entertainment. And my followers are usually 25 to 34-year-old men. They watch the show because they're like me. They're the every guy that watches the shows on TV, comments to their buddies about it. They don't have a voice. They don't do a podcast, but then they come and watch my show, and they're like, oh, that's exactly what I was thinking. I'm glad this guy said it. That's what this is. Another thing, be social media present. And when I say be social media present, and that is tip number 2. Tip number 2 is be social media present. Guys, really, really, really pay attention to social media. And this is it. Don't be everywhere. Don't be on Pinterest. Don't be on, if you don't have to be, depending upon your niche market, don't be on everywhere. Just be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. That's it. Other than what you're recording your stuff on. If you want to start, and you've never done this before, start small. Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Create a Facebook page, which I can do a tutorial about later. Create a Facebook page. Go through and make sure that it's, like for me, Honesty Podcast on Facebook. Twitter is @HonestyPodcast. Instagram @HonestyPodcast. They all match. That way, if you create a web page later and you start getting some traffic, you create a web page to drive the traffic to, then it can still be, the name of the web page can be Honesty Podcast or whatever it is for you guys, and then it'll be consistent with everything they've seen so far. Stay consistent, and like I said, stay social media present. Don't slack off. Don't go a week and a half without posting a tweet. Don't not check on your top 3 tweets or the top 3 tweet categories. Because guys, I'm telling you, top 3 tweet categories is like the trending categories is what's going to make you a lot of views. You'll have it and say, oh, who's this guy doing the Honesty Podcast? Or back when I was doing LNMU, who's this guy doing LNMU? He just posted about Thanksgiving. Plus he posted about this football game. Plus he posted about, hashtag movie quotes. Like he posted on the top 3 and you get retweets out of that and you get likes out of that. And if you have someone that you know is on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, definitely don't be afraid to ask them to either retweet your tweets if they have a bigger audience, or, hey, this is a good thing. Look up to see in your niche market who exactly are the top people in your niche market. In my market, well, I'm sports, so in my market it's different people. But in the other markets, it's people like John Lee Dumas, Pat Flynn, Kate Erickson. You have the entrepreneurial market. You have connections being made every day. Some of them do 7-day-a-week podcasts. So you have those connections. But those guys on Twitter have 40, 50, 60,000 followers. Pat Flynn, I think, has like 140,000 followers. So you have a lot of followers that follow them. And then if you connect with them on a platform, let's say they do podcasts on Periscope, or they tweet a lot, tweet their names out with a nice compliment towards their show or whatever else. Get them to notice that you're there. Once you get them to notice that you're there, then you can start remarking about how your show is similar to theirs or not, or something about your show. Just try to slip it in there nice and smooth, right? Once you get your foot in the door with one of these podcasters or one of these entertainers, that is what is going to really launch you to the next level. That is going to get you in the eyes of a lot of other people that you never would have been before. Like for me, Mike from Hot 97. If I didn't have a Periscope account, I wouldn't know that the guy from Hot 97 radio in New York does Periscope videos during his work shift. I happen to be on there, talk to him about my show. I left comments. I left him my Twitter handle. Hey, I can, what's your Twitter handle so that I can go ahead and DM you? And I did, and now he's going to be on my show. At Honesty Podcast also has Miss Hardwick, Chris Hardwick's mom. I try to get different connections beforehand, and then when it comes down to it, I tweet someone that has a big following or a big influence, and I would love to have them on my show because, yes, I would appear on their show too. If they have a sports show, if they have a cooking show, if they have a whatever show, I will appear on their show. You know why? Because it gets my face or it gets my voice in front of other viewers. That's what you're trying to do within your first 60 to 90 days if you're a brand new podcaster. Get your voice, get your face in front of other people's viewers. Don't always just talk about your podcast. Always talk about what they're talking about. Show that you have knowledge of their niche. Show that you have knowledge. And if you can show that you have knowledge, they will in turn respect the fact that you're doing your own show, and they will want to return the favor by appearing on your show. Again, with the website, you don't want to just jump in and rush into a website. And this is number 3. Number 3 is do not, and this is the final tip, by the way, do not rush in to buying a website for $400 over 3 years. Don't do it. I'm on honestypodcast.weebly.com. Weebly.com is free to use before you upgrade. Free to use before you upgrade, as well as Podbean. Podbean, although I would suggest if you're doing an audio blog or an audio podcast to start, definitely check out Podbean, Podbean.com. That is $108 a year. It's well worth it. You get your own website for it, or you get your own site for Podbean. You get a theme. You get your pictures you can upload. You can upload every single episode, and that I can go through on a different like screen sharing project I can do for another one of these vlogs later. But yeah, just check out Podbean. Check out Weebly.com. I know Wix has another website set up. The one I used to use for LNMU, but it is paid per 3 years, is Bluehost. Great web hosting. Not my first choice as far as paying money towards something, but it is my first choice as far as overall website and maintenance, and the fact that customer service is right there at your beck and call every second of the day. Go check them out, guys. I will see you later. Go check out, like, share, subscribe. I already did my episode. Go check it out as well. Bye, guys. I'll see you for episode 16. And starting next year, I will be doing audio blogs on Podbean. Bye.